Okay, today we have a beer from Southern Tier Brewing Company, which is out of Lakewood, New York, and this is one of their more popular beers. It's just simply Southern Tier IPA. You see this everywhere. It's pretty much mass-produced. I was looking on Beer Advocate at the number of reviews, and it's funny to see that the most reviews for a beer from Southern Tier seems to be their pumpkin beer, Pumpkin, which I have not had yet. I'm not a huge pumpkin beer person, but maybe next fall I'll have to buy a bottle of that. I meant to kind of buy one this year, but there's so many pumpkin beers that it just kind of overwhelmed me, and I got a little bit too pumpkin saturated, and I decided not to go ahead and buy pumpkin. But next year's another year, or this year's another year, I guess, being that we're in 2015. This is on the higher end of the ABV coming into us at 7.3% alcohol by volume. So it's really kind of up there. In my opinion, the cusp of double IPAs, 8% plus. I know some double IPAs are listed at 7.5%. I don't know how you can have a double IPA at 7.5 and have IPAs at 7.5. It doesn't really make any sense to me. The whole reasoning for a double IPA, in my opinion, is the fact that it has a higher alcohol content. Anyway, a good rating on Beer Advocate gets an 86, gets an excellent rating on Rate Beer. Rate Beer really thinks highly of this beer. It's a 96 on Rate Beer, as a matter of fact. And I'm kind of surprised because not much information is out there about this beer. You do have to kind of go on the Southern Tier website to find exactly the hops and malt varietals and kind of the breakdown of the beer. It's kind of all the way on the right side in the description box, because when they do their little blurb about the beer on that site, they just kind of give you a history of IPAs. And you know, we all know the history of the IPA, even if you've been watching my videos to the very, very early times when I reviewed my first IPA and gave you the description of what an IPA is. Didn't need to do that after that. We've already done Southern Tier beers before, so we'll get right into this. I would let you know that 4 varieties of hops and 4 types of malt are used in this beer, and it's been brewing over at Southern Tier in Lakewood, New York since 2002. It's a year-round brew, and we're going to pour her into this shaker here, and we see kind of that classic, you know, darkish IPA kind of pour, orangey, ambery, almost a little Hefeweizen-y, citrusy looking kind of thing, and it's got a very thin layer of head, maybe about like I'm gonna say about a quarter of a head to this beer. Overall, just kind of your run-of-the-mill looking IPA. So let's get the aroma now of Southern Tier IPA, East Coast IPA. So they're rated a little differently in my book than the West Coast ones. West Coast ones, the bar is raised a little higher. Yeah, this is kind of your normal East Coast kind of smell. Not getting much pininess out of the beer, but I'm getting a lot of grapefruit and dank citrusy kind of smell. So and a little bit faint as well. Yeah, this isn't really lashing out at me. So kind of a run-of-the-mill look, a run-of-the-mill smell. We'll see if the taste is run-of-the-mill or if it's something else. So here we go. Yeah, I'm getting a run-of-the-mill taste of this beer. A little bit on the harshness note, the dankness note. It's one of those dank IPAs, and it's not personally my favorite type of IPA, the dankness of it. Not bad by any stretch of the imagination, but not one that I would really particularly go for. I dare say almost watered down a little bit in the back of the tongue. Just that citrus crushy dankness is kind of what overpowers everything else in this beer. And it really is not wowing me whatsoever. Okay. I'm going to have to go ahead and give Southern Tier IPA a 6 out of 10. Nothing, I mean, everything as far as an average beer that you can possibly get in this style, in my opinion. Kind of surprised by the high rating of Rate Beer. I don't really get their ratings a lot of times, but it is what it is, I guess. The Beer Advocate, I think, is a little more, in that it's okay. I would not rate it as high as Beer Advocate did either, but that is that. just kind of your run-of-the-mill IPA. I could see why it's not exactly the most popular beer at Southern Tier, but they have other great offerings to take its place anyway. Southern Tier IPA, 6 out of 10. Thanks.